Hello everyone, and welcome to another daily STEM challenge. Today what we're going to do is it's a bit of a STEM challenge, but also it's a game that we're making. And I'm actually going to challenge you to do something as we move along, to turn the video off and try something. I'm going to move this out of the way. What we're doing is something that's called the Panda Challenge. And now I think the only reason it's called a Panda Challenge is because typically the squares that we make or the colors that we use is a black piece of paper and a white piece of paper. But I have no black pieces of paper. All I could find was a piece of yellow paper. I did have some white paper. You can use any different color. If you have a piece of green or pink or red, or even a back of a cereal box, because it's actually a different color than a plain white piece of paper, you can use that as well. We just need two, one of each, and you do need another piece of paper to do some drawing on, okay, or do some marking up on. So if you want, you can stop the video to get that. You're gonna need a pair of scissors. You will need a pencil and a ruler. And you'll also need a glue stick, okay? If you hear some background noise, that is our son with a couple of students that we are housing for the duration of the school year to help them out. Anyway, so that'll explain the noise in the background. So first thing we need to do is use a blank piece of paper, okay, and we are going to do some graphing. Well, not really graphing, but so if you have graph paper, this works even better for what we want to do. We are going to draw 16. I'm going to use my cardboard underneath because it's too hard to draw. We're going to need to do 16 squares like this. Okay, line them up in a bit of a grid. Doesn't matter if they're completely square, as long as they look reasonably square. Some of mine are a little off. They're certainly not the same shape. That's why if you had graph paper, it would work really well. If you do use graph paper, they're 2 by 2 squares, 2 spaces by 2 spaces. Okay, so now we need to draw our lines in the middle, so it's a 2 by 2 square. Okay, like this, 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 like this. Okay, and what we've basically done here is we've made a grid, okay, and we have different coordinates, and you have, I know this is upside down for you, coordinate 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, or if you're looking from your way, maybe I can do this. Coordinate 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now the challenge of this is you need to come up with all the combinations possible, just using two colors. So color meaning pencil and the white paper. So for example, if I color in this one, okay, there's one possibility of using black and white. Okay, and I can't duplicate anything. It all has to be similar. So there's one combination. So now if I color this square, okay, there is another one, okay? And you can color 1 to 4 squares as long as each piece is different, okay? And there are 16 combinations that you can do. Now, what I want you to do is honestly stop the video and give this a try, okay? And see if you can come up with what the 16 different combinations are, okay? So I'll get you to do that now. Okay, so I'm hoping that you stopped the video and we're starting up again. So let's see, we left off these two. The next one I know I can do is I'm just going to make this square. I'm not going to color them in fully to save time. I did that side, that side, that side. So this is the only one left. Okay, so there's that. Now if I color two squares, I can color two squares there. I can color two squares there. I can color two squares there. And I can color two squares on the bottom. So there is 8 possibilities. So now if I want, now what if I colored 3 squares? So I'll leave this one blank. I'll color these 3. So I'll leave this one blank. And I'll color these 3. Leave that one blank, that one blank. Let's leave this one blank. And I color these 3. And now I leave this one blank. And I color these 3. Okay, so I colored 1 square, 2 squares, 3 squares. I can color all 4. There's an option. All right, all 4 colored, all 4 not colored, 2 left. So what I haven't done is 2 separate squares. I've done 2 squares side by side. I haven't done 2 separate squares. So if I do a separate one there, and I can't go there because that's the same as that one. But if I go there, diagonally, I have not done that one yet. And then now I know for sure this one has to be the opposite of this. Okay, so I'm coloring them here and I'm coloring them here. So there's our 4 possibilities. Okay, that's pretty cool. So those are what's called Panda Squares. Okay, it's 16 possibilities using a 2x2 grid. Okay, and we are going to make game pieces that look like this. Okay, so this is going to be the sheet that you made from here is our checklist, basically, what we're going to use. Okay, so I'm going to put this off to the side. And now we're going to I'll use the piece of white paper. Now we need to measure. We need squares. We need to make this into 20 squares. You don't need 20, but it's actually easier to cut all the squares out at one time. Okay. And they are going to need to be 5 by 5 centimeter squares. Okay, so we're going to line our piece of paper up. Sorry, still fighting this cold a little bit. It's almost gone. So 5, 10, 15, and 20. And now I'm going to the bottom. 5, 10, 15, 20, that 15 is a little off. Okay, I'm going to draw my lines. And we're going to do this both ways because we need 5 by 5 pieces of square paper because we are going to duplicate the little squares that we just made. Okay, using 2 different colors of paper. Okay, so now we want to do the same thing. I'm actually going to turn this paper sideways so I can measure it better. And we want, there's 5, 10, 15, 20. And if you need help with the measuring and drawing these lines, by all means, ask somebody at home to give you a hand. Okay, you can help them find the numbers on the ruler and make the marks. Or if you can draw the lines yourself, by all means, go for it. Okay, so draw a straight line there, move this up a little. Draw our line there. I should go all the way across, all the way through, because we're still going to cut all the way through, even though there's part that we don't need. Okay, like this, and like this. So eventually what you have is it'll look like this. Okay, and each one of these squares are 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters. Okay. For our American friends, you can do 2 by 2s, 2 inches by 2 inches. Okay, but these are exactly 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters. Now, the easy way to do this, or if this is a little tough for you to do, you can lay them on top of each other and cut them out. Okay, or you can draw your 5 by 5 grid on this, your lines, and you can cut that out as well. Okay, so the way I found this to be the easiest was to hang on tight on one side and first cut off the spare part that we know is not 5 by 5. We definitely won't be using that. Okay. So as you can see, we have 20 squares, but we only need 16. Okay. So yes, there will be extra, and that's okay, because it's always good to have extra just in case. So if I go like this and cut the strips, and I'm only going to cut one, so you can cut the rest. Okay. And then what I did on mine is I just went and cut them like this. Okay, that's all I did. Okay, that's it. That's all. And then I just separated them out. Right. Went like this. Like this. And what we're going to do now is we're going to duplicate our sheet. Okay, we're going to make this one, this one, this one, this one. We're going to make all 16 of these. And they're not as difficult as you think. Okay, so the first one, this one with a square right there. So we know it's going to go on white paper. Okay, so we'll put a couple pieces of white paper out. And the trick with this is, if you just take it and fold it, okay, like this, and then fold it in half again, now you have the small pieces that you can put everywhere. So you can do this a number of ways. One way is to go like this and cut one piece out. Get my glue stick open. Okay, and if you don't have a glue stick, white glue works fine too. So now I'm going to put there. So this is my first one. Okay, so you can either line them up on your page the way you have them on this piece. Okay, and now this one, I do have one that has just one white square. I have 3 of them actually. I can use that. Okay, so I can put this here. Right, and if I lay it on top of the white square, now I have another one. A little glue on that. Okay, now I have another one right there. And if we look, that one matches that one matches that one. So now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in order. So the next one is a yellow square at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to fold it again and fold it again and go like this and go like that. Okay, and I'm going to put it on a white piece of paper, and it doesn't matter really when you put your square on where it goes. You just have to remember that I need 4 of these. All right, because now if I turn it, put it beside that one, I have that one and that one. Good. Now I just cut out one square out of this. I know I need another one of these, so I can put that one together. Okay, like this. And it doesn't matter which way you put it, because you can always rotate it to fit. That's a little off. That's okay. So I have one this way, then I have one this way. So, yep, that matches. Okay, and so you keep doing that. And when it comes to the ones that you need to do like this, you need to just fold it in half and cut them like this. All right, and then you just put your glue on like this. Okay, and if I turn it, it'll match the first one in the row like this. Okay, so there you go, that's that one. And then the one down here, the 2 squares, so you just keep making them until you have them all made. Okay, so it just so happens that I have a complete set already done. All right, just to save a little bit of time. That's not the ones that are right here. Okay, so I have that one, I have that one, I have that one, I have this one, I have this one, I have this one. Now I'm just going to lay them all out. I want to take a little bit of time just to make sure that you see how this all works. Okay, so I've just cut out the yellow and put it on top of the white. That's all I've done. Okay. Sorry, I'll show you in a second. I'm just trying to lay it out the same way that I have. I've made it on my sheet, my original sheet. Okay, and I believe this one goes that way. Yes, it does. And now I have one stuck to the other. And that one goes there, and this one goes there, and I have one that's completely yellow and one that's completely white. Okay, so this, what I've done is I've made these, and there they are. Okay, there's my top row, right? There's my second row, right? And I'm not sure if you can still see that or not, but my third row has a blank one there. Yes, it has a blank one at the bottom, then another one down there. Yep. Okay, so this is it right here. This is what you need to make. Okay, these are your game pieces. And if they're black and white, then you could obviously see why it's called Panda Squares. But maybe since I made yellow ones, we'll call them canary squares. You know, like a canary bird, I guess. Or banana squares because bananas are yellow. So now what you do is you take them all off. Okay, doesn't matter what order. You can just take them off randomly like this. And put these full ones on the bottom. Actually, I'll just do like this. Okay, and then you just take the square. I'm going to leave this up here so you can see it easier. And you just put them in a pile beside you. And now the pile you won't necessarily be able to see. Okay, and then what you do is try to do 2 first, and you have to match the colors. So if I want to match the colors, I need to go like that. Okay, so now I've done 2 by 2. Now I want to try to do 4 by 4. So if I want to match more, I have to go like this. There, that matches all yellow. Now I need a yellow, yellow, and a white, and a white. All right, so yellow, yellow, this works. A yellow, yellow, white, white. Okay, so far so good. Now I need, let's go here. I need something that's all yellow. Well, you know what? Let's try. Where's my full yellow piece? Let's try that there. Okay, so now I need something that has yellow all along the bottom and a white at the top. So this one will work. This yellow all along the bottom, white at the top. Okay. And what else do I need? I need white down here, yellow, right? And now here I need all white. Okay, so all white, but I also need yellow down there, so that has to match. It's good. And I need something that's yellow on both sides here. I don't know if I have that. Oh, yes, I do. Yellow on both sides. Okay, so far so good. Now I might have to slide them over because I'm running out of room. Let's see. Let's do an all white one there. Okay, now I need white and white. White and white. Oof. Oh, I do have one. White, white, and white. Lucky. Now I need white and yellow and then white. Yellow. Yellow. Oh, this works. Oh, so far so good. Now I have all bunch of white ones on top. I don't know if it's going to work or not. Because if I go like this, all right, see the yellow matches there, yellow matches there. Then I need, oh, I can't do that. See, because there's no yellow there. I have to do this one. All right, and then what do I have left? I have, I'm stuck. I can't put these on. They don't fit. So I got to take them all off and try it again. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of different combinations. Yeah, they are called Panda Squares, but I'm going to call mine Banana Squares because it's yellow. And, you know, whatever you call yours, depending on what color you have, that's fine. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this. By all means, take a video of you playing it, and or, you know, if you and someone else are playing it together, that would be great. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again.